The headlines: Fire guards residential building in Anambra. Police arrests suspected armed robbers and recovers exhibits in Abuja. Senate committee begins interaction with CBN governor on the state of the economy. On the international scene, 4 dead in clashes over India mosque demolition. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us. And now the details. Now, some residents of number 11 Chukwuogo Street, Amiko Awka, the Anambra State capital, have been rendered homeless and property destroyed in a fire outbreak that occurred at the top floor of the one-story building on Thursday. Although no life was lost, it was gathered that the fire was a result of a power surge from one of the apartments. Some eyewitnesses said the inferno, which started in the morning, lasted several hours, while occupants and passersby made efforts to put it out before the intervention of the men of the state fire service. 2 students of Kogi State Polytechnic, Lokoja, have died after inhaling fumes from a power generating set placed close to the window of the apartment overnight. The State Police Public Relations Officer, SP William Ove Aya, confirmed this in Lokoja. Aya disclosed that the deceased were identified as Bilkisu Eleojo, 20 years old, and Ibrahim Haliru. According to him, the generating set was placed close to the window of the victims and they slept off and died before daybreak. The operatives of the FCT Police Command attached to Utako Divisional Headquarters have arrested 6 suspected armed robbers in an uncompleted hospital building, which is a marked black spot in Utako village. The Commissioner of Police, FCT, Bennett C. Igwe, assured residents of his unwavering commitment to make Abuja a hell for criminals and to ensure safety of all. The suspects are Basari Ahmed or Basari Hassan, Daniel Charles, Adamu Oshiaka, Chansi Asidi, and Saliu Al Hassan, all from neighboring states bordering FCT. A group of farmers in Orire local government area of Oyo State on Thursday staged a peaceful protest and begged both the state government and the Shon of Ogbomosho land, Oba Gandhi Olaoye, to come to their aid over incessant attacks on their farms by alleged herders. The farmers who staged the protest at the palace of the Shon of Ogbomosho appealed to the traditional ruler and other stakeholders to save them from the attacks on their farms. The protesters, who spoke through Aremu Ogundari, explained that the protesters came from the different villages in the local government area, namely Kedo Arigbeyo, Kedo Salami, and Mosumaje. Ogundari, who doubled as the head of Kedo Arigbeyo, lamented that they had to come to the palace to solicit the assistance of the government and monarch because the alleged herdsmen persisted in their destructive activities. The Joint Senate Committee on Finance, Banking, Insurance and Financial Institutions has started interactive session with the Economic Management team, including officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria, led Governor Yemi Cardoso. The committee had on January 31st summoned the Central Bank Governor to appear before it. The move comes amid pressing concerns about the state of the economy and the sharp decline of the naira in the foreign exchange market. The Senate is seeking answers and solutions from the Apex Bank governor to stabilize the currency and restore confidence in the economy. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, has acknowledged the concerns of Nigerians on the current state of the economy, security, and other issues, assuring them of doubled efforts towards addressing the issues. Speaking at a World Press Conference in Abuja, Abbas noted that the conference was dedicated to addressing some of the most pressing national issues the country is facing. The report.
The state of insecurity in Nigeria remains a significant concern, with various forms of violence plaguing different regions. The country has also been dealing with high levels of poverty, inequality, and human rights issues, including the abduction of children by militant groups. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas is using this medium to assure Nigerians that the House of Representatives is taking decisive steps to address the root causes of the challenges and also deploying both military and diplomatic resources to ensure the safety and security of all Nigerians. According to him, the challenges are complex and as such require patience and time to resolve.
The 2023 supplementary budget provided a 200 billion naira palliative package, mainly for grains, seeds, agricultural inputs, and equipment for farmers. This momentum has been sustained in the 2024 budget, which has significantly improved the budgetary allocations to all critical sectors of the economy, especially defense, healthcare, education, and infrastructure.
Abbas called on security agencies to diligently investigate allegations leveled against the Chief of Staff to the President, Bola Tinubu, Femi Gbajabiamila, who has been at the center of allegations of graft involving suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Etta Edu. The speaker pointed out that the allegations against Gbajabiamila are capable of undermining the nation's democracy.
Those of us who have worked with him for over a decade can attest to his patriotism and integrity, his willingness to voluntarily subject himself at this time to investigation by all the security and law enforcement agencies demonstrate his rectitude and honor. I urge the security agencies to work diligently and swiftly to investigate all matters he has raised in his letter to them and inform Nigerians of their findings.
He assured that the National Assembly will continue to support government's efforts in finding effective solutions to these challenges.
The federal government on Thursday disagreed with the organized labor on its threat to declare a nationwide strike in the next 14 days over the alleged failure of the government to implement the Memorandum of Understanding reached with the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress in October 2023. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the unions should exercise restraint and allowed the government to address their grievances. The minister, however, declined the comments on whether the government would seek a court injunction to stop the strike. In Jigawa State, the government says it is partnering the Nigerian Institutions of Civil Engineering to address housing challenges in the state. The state governor, Umar Namadi, disclosed this when a national delegation from the Nigerian Institutions of Civil Engineering paid him a courtesy visit. The report.
The meeting primarily focused on addressing the escalating costs of building and construction materials in the country and exploring innovative solutions to substitute traditional materials. Governor Namadi, represented by his deputy, underscored the need for sustainable solutions to overcome challenges in the construction sector. The delegation emphasized their readiness to collaborate with the Jigawa state government and the nation at large to tackle the pressing issue of housing deficit to align with the demands of the country's burgeoning population. As part of their engagement, the NICE National Delegation inaugurated the newly elected executive members of the association in the state.
The civil engineering engineers, like I can say, in Jigawa State, they have contributed tremendously here in Jigawa State. And you can see that we have been holding #1 on road network in Nigeria. To be sincere, they have tried and bring a lot of innovative things that improve the road network in Jigawa State here. He carried along almost all the engineers, not only the civil engineers, but almost all the engineers.
I want to commend the government for the quality of environment you're creating here, in spite of the difficulty in the terrain, which we know is not the best in terms of vegetation, but you've tried to create the best out of it. The quality of the roads, the infrastructure, the trees, the environment is highly commendable.
The partnership between the Jigawa state government and the Nigerian institutions of civil engineering is geared towards ensuring the delivery of quality infrastructure. This strategic alliance reflects a commitment to fostering sustainable solutions and addressing the housing deficit to enhance the overall living conditions for the people of Jigawa State and Nigeria as a whole.
You're watching news updates on Trust TV. Coming up, Bayelsa resident decry indiscriminate bush burning. This and more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. Here's a recap of our top stories. Laboratory fire got residential building in Anambra. And police arrest suspected armed robbers and recover exhibits in Abuja. Now moving on to more stories. Kano State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission, the PCACC, said it has activated its intelligence mechanism on traders hoarding essential commodities with a view to addressing rising inflation in the state. The chairman of the commission, Mohi Magajiri Gado, told newsmen on Thursday that PCACC has been under intense pressure to act against traders hoarding essential food items because of the prevailing economic situation in the country. He said the commission has achieved a breakthrough in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic when traders were hoarding food items to sell at exorbitant prices.
So the Commission now ignites its intelligence mechanism so that we'll be able to identify the areas where hoarding has taken place. And I want to use this opportunity to call on the traders that hoarding is a crime under the laws of Kano State and under the laws of Nigeria. Because if you take Price Control Act, it's an act of general application and it has prohibited hoarding of essential commodities. The question that if we find properties or essential commodities being hoarded, we have many options. One of the options is to lock down the store, seize the property, and take the matter to court. And the court, in its wisdom, will tell us what to do with the properties. And at least that one is a setback to the order, because we have confiscated.
Residents of Yenagwa, the Bayelsa state capital, are lamenting over the indiscriminate bush burning in the state capital. They said burning of bushes during the Harmattan is giving them discomfort, like difficulty in breathing, sight, changing of the atmosphere, and even causes fire outbreak. Friday, Ebimobowe Peters reports.
Stakeholders in Bayelsa State call on residents to stop bush burning for the safety of the people.
Everybody is crying. As I'm talking to you now, I'm feeling the pepperish situation in my nose, and my eyes are also running water. But now you might not be able to see it. To speak now, we have stepped into February. The Harmattan has finally surfaced. So we want to plead with our dwellers, those who are residing in Bayelsa State and beyond, that burning of bush is not really too good. There are so many dangers that impose. Those of us who are living should try to leave the bush burning and see how we can help ourselves, because when this bush burning keep coming, the smoke that we inhale is a threat to our lungs, it's a threat to our health, and it's a threat to the society.
The people where we get as Bayelsans to understand that if you burn bush for night, for especially this Ramadan period, and you know they there to monitor the bush, fire outbreak dey happen. And when the fire outbreak happen, they'll come to blame devil. So once you dey burn bush, they try to contract everybody to dey inside smoke. Now they make sometimes you go wake up early morning, you no go dey see person. The fog dey till once the weather don clear, breeze go come dey blow the fog then out. If not, if you wake up around 4 in the morning, come look outside, you no dey see anywhere because of the people dey burn bush for night.
Some residents said people ignorantly set fire indiscriminately without considering the health, economic and agricultural implications. They call on the government to go on a massive sensitization to stop bush burning.
When you now burn bush, the atmosphere is polluted. And if you can see the magnitude of pollution that's ongoing. Because if you burn a piece of land in Agodama, it will definitely get a place like a Ekiti and dam in Abua. Why? Because there are no boundaries in the atmosphere. So when a pollution is taking place, when atmospheric pollution is taking place, it becomes very massive because it's spread like a wildfire. So it is very unfortunate where we find ourselves that bush burning has become something that is now almost becoming a norm every dry season. And we are becoming victims to respiratory diseases, we are becoming victims to fogginess, we are becoming victims to dizziness. A lot of this goes wrong. Because more particularly the respiratory aspect of it. People are being choked. The quality of the air is being reduced for human consumption and animals. So it has health implications, it has agricultural implications, and it has economic implications. So it's sadly that people are indulging in bush burning indiscriminately.
Premises of some companies are exposed to indiscriminate bush burning within the state. From Yanagwa, Friday, Ibmobowe Peter, Trust TV News, Yanagwa.
On the international scene, at least 4 people have died in violence in a northern Indian state after authorities demolished a mosque alleging it was constructed illegally. Now, violence broke out in Uttarakhand's Haldwani town during what police say was an anti-encroachment drive. Authorities said the drive was launched to clear illegal constructions, including the mosque and an adjoining madrasa religious school. But Muslims who prayed at the mosque say that they have been unfairly targeted. Hundreds of protesters and police personnel were injured in the clashes which broke out on Thursday evening. A curfew has been imposed and the state has issued shoot at sight orders to bring the situation under control. The incident took place in Banbolpura area of Haldwani. The district had witnessed widespread protests in January last year after more than 50,000 people, mostly Muslims, were served eviction notice alleging that they were illegally living on land owned by the Indian Railways. The demolitions were later stayed by the Indians' top court. Officials said the latest action was based on a high court order asking authorities to clear illegal settlements from the area. District Magistrate Vandana Singh said the mosques and madrasa were demolished because they were illegally built on government land and were not registered as religious structures. In sports, the victory of the Super Eagles against the Bafana Bafana of South Africa has continued to generate reactions amongst Nigerians, both home and abroad. In Imo State, the southeastern part of Nigeria, the residents are saying the victory is a source of joy, which has in no small measures availed them some sort of relief from the numerous challenges that they are facing in Nigeria. Trust TV's Ajibade Praise tells us more.
It is no doubt that football has a way of uniting Nigerians, especially when the country's national team is playing. The victory against South Africa is one of such moments, and every citizen of the country are glad over the outcome. According to them, the victory gave them a reason to rejoice despite the present predicament they face as a result of economic hardship in the country.
But I know that with the squad Nigeria have put in place, especially from our defense and the front, that's that of Osimhen, Simon and Lukman, and I believe that Nigeria will put up a surprise. So I'm optimistic, very, very optimistic that Nigeria will win.
It was an awesome victory yesterday. Though the first half we had somehow discouraged because our midfielder was somehow porous, but in the second half when the coach did some substitution and we get back into the game, and the game went very well.
Speaking further, they expressed confidence that Nigeria will lift the trophy while urging the team to continue with the spirit of patriotism and unity.
They should be focused. I want them to be focused. It is not yet over until they lay their hands on that trophy. Until William Truss Ekon or Ahmed Musa lift that trophy. Until they shouldn't relax. They don't take they shouldn't underrate the Ivorians.
Yes, Nigeria will win because Côte d'Ivoire is not a threat to Nigeria. We have done it before and we're still going to do it again.
And my advice is that they've been playing the game as a team. They should continue in that unity. Whoever that scored, the glory comes back to Nigeria. Let them work as a team and ensure that they come back with the trophy.
While they await the finals on Sunday, when Nigeria will face Ivory Coast, the host country, the people are hopeful that the Super Eagles will again give them yet another bigger reasons to smile. At Jibadi Praise, Trust TV News, Owerri.
Still in sport, three-time Olympic champion Shirley Ann Fraser-Pryce says she owes it to her family to retire after the 2024 Games. The 37-year-old, regarded as one of the greatest sprinters of all time, won the 100-meter title in 2008 and 2012. Jamaican Fraser-Pryce also won Tokyo 2020 Olympic relay gold, plus 3 of her 10 world titles in a comeback after giving birth to her son in 2017. In total, Fraser-Pryce has won 3 Olympic golds, 4 silvers and a bronze. She won world bronze behind American Sha'Carri Richardson and teammate Sharika Jackson at last summer's World Championship and will remain one of the main contenders at Paris 2024 in July and August. She became the oldest woman to win the 100-meter world title with her victory in Doha in 2019 and extended that record by winning again at age 35 in Eugene in 2022, 14 years after her first Olympic gold. And with that, we wrap up News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.